Bill Bauer,
And what branch did you serve in?
Army,
When did you enlist or were you drafted?
drafted,
What year was that?
42.
Where did you do basic training at?
Fort Hood, Texas.
Do you remember where you went after that?
Well, let's see. I went to school up in Omaha, Nebraska, then back down to Fort Hood. And from then, I went to California, and then to the South Pacific.
Remember when you went over to the South Pacific? What year and month was it?
Oh, let's see.
Test your memory here of 60 plus years ago.
Let's see, I went in 40.
That shouldn't be hard to do, but you can't remember what he did yesterday.
Went in 42. I think it was in 42 that
42.
went
Do
overseas.
you remember what the islands that you went to were?
First one was New Guinea, and then I went up to the East Indies, up to the island of Morati. And from Morati, I went to the Philippines. Was on about three or four different islands up there. Luzon, Panay, Negros. And from the Philippines, I went up to Japan, the northern island of Japan, Hokkaido. And that was after the war was over. While we were sitting in the Philippines there, we were all had everything packed up to go in on the invasion of Japan. And luckily, before we got there, they signed the armistice. And from then, that was when we went up to Hokkaido, the island of Japan. And that's when I come back down to Japan. I think I left from, I think Kyoto to come back to United States.
What infantry division were you part of?
The last one we were attached to was the 38th.
Remember what company you were in?
I was in a separate company. It was an ordnance outfit.
So what was your primary military position then?
Armor.
In the as an armor of
Yeah. I
assigning
worked on
ammunition or
worked on small arms and that was my basic job was work on small arms with the ordnance outfit.
what was the best small arms weapon that the U.S. had?
Well, I worked on quite a few of them.
But what do you think was the best one, the quality wise?
The M1, the Grand. That was a 30-06. And it was a heavy gun.
What was your most memorable experience?
Getting out.
Well, one night I was on guard duty in Morati. The Japs come over and hit a ammunition or a fuel dump right close to my position, and that was got things a little exciting there for a while.
What do you think of honor flight?
Honor flight,
Yeah.
I think it's great. Never treated any better. And I would recommend it to any veteran that wanted to spend the time. It didn't take that much time, but it was very memorable.